The Reginald SAGA, Book 1, The Hourglass Road. Chapter 1. The day the soil hummed, Sir Reginald was mending a busted fence post when the ground beneath him vibrated like a plucked guitar string. The cattle scattered, the wind died, and from the dirt rose a familiar object he'd never seen before. An hourglass, tall, heavy, warm. Its sand flowed upward. Reginald touched it, and the world blinked. He saw flashes, a storm shaped like a crown, a stone glowing like ancient memory, a lantern burning blue, and a shadowed figure watching him from a ridge. Then the vision snapped away. The hourglass whispered one word: begin. Chapter 2. The lantern that wouldn't go out. That night, a blue flame flickered outside his barn. Reginald followed it to a lantern half buried in the hay. When he lifted it, the flame brightened, revealing a hidden door in a barn wall, a door that hadn't existed since his great-grandfather's time. Inside was a corridor of portraits, ancestors, descendants, and one empty frame at the end. The lantern pulsed. Reginald stepped closer. The empty frame rippled like water, and a silhouette appeared. His silhouette, but older, weathered, wearing a coat he didn't own yet. The lantern dimmed. The message was clear. His story wasn't finished, but it was already waiting. Chapter 3. The storm that spoke his name. Weeks later, a perfect circular storm formed over the back 40. Lightning froze mid-air, raindrops hung like beads on invisible strings, and the storm whispered, Reginald. He rode into it. Inside, he met a younger version of himself, the man he used to be before life carved lines into his face. "You came back," the younger man said. "No," answered. "You came forward." The storm collapsed, merging their memories. Reginald emerged with clarity he had never had before, and a new burden. Now he remembered a future that he hadn't happened yet. Chapter 4. A stone that remembered. While clearing brush near the creek, Reginald uncovered a stone slab carved with glowing runes. When he touched it, he was thrown into a prehistoric valley where early humans gathered around the same stone. They called it the Memory Keeper. It showed him visions of every hand that had ever touched it. Warriors, farmers, wanderers, kings, all connected by a single thread. Each of them had carried the hourglass. Each had walked the hourglass road, and none had finished it. The tribe offered him a place among them, but Reginald shook his head. "I ain't done where I'm from." And the stone dimmed, sending him home with a final vision. The future where his own story was carved into stone. Chapter 5. The clockmaker appears. One night, as Reginald was on his porch, the hourglass began to glow. A figure stepped out of the darkness, tall, cloaked, carrying a staff of twisted cedar. The clockmaker. "You've walked farther than most," the clockmaker said, "but the road ahead is still longer." Reginald stood up. "What's waiting for me?" "A choice," the clockmaster replied. "The same choice that every bearer faces." He raised his hand and the hourglass floated between them. "You can walk to the end of the road, or you can break the hourglass and end the cycle forever. Reginald stared at the swirling sand. What happens if I walk it? You'll see everything, the clockmaker said. Past, future, all the lives connected to yours. And if I break it? Time will forget you, the clockmaker whispered. But the world will be free. Reginald took a long breath. Then he made his choice. The Hourglass Road, Chapter 6. He pressed the crown. The world folded. Reginald walked through centuries, battles, births, storms, civilizations rising and falling. He saw the first person who had ever held the hourglass. He saw the last. And he saw the moment the cycle began. And when he saw the moment, it could end. At the final gate of time, the clockmaster waited. You understand now, he said. Reginald nodded. Yeah, I do. Then he lifted the hourglass and smashed it against the gate. The sand exploded into light. Time shuddered. The circle broke. Chapter 7. The Man Who Returned. Reginald woke up in the field, lying in the grass. The hour was gone. The lantern was dark. The stone was silent, but the world felt lighter. He walked back to his porch, sat down, and watched the sunrise. For the first time in centuries, as though he had only lived decades, Sir Reginald was free. And somewhere in the quiet spaces between the seconds, time whispered,